Live with coverage you can count on. This is News 2 Midday.
Good Friday morning, everyone. Thanks so much for spending a part of your morning with us for News 2 Midday. I'm Octavia Mitchell. We continue to follow a developing story. Escaped inmate Jimmy Causey is now in custody. According to the South Carolina Department of Corrections, Causey was captured in Texas this morning. News 2's Ashley Osborne is live at Lieber Correctional Facility where Causey escaped Wednesday. And Ashley, we understand that Causey actually used a cell phone to help him in this escape.
Octavia, authorities say it was clear that Causey had lots of help to get out of Lieber Correctional Institution, which is right here behind me. First, he used a dummy that looked like he was still sleeping in his bed to pass one of those checks, and then escaped by cutting the wire on July 4th. He made it all the way to Texas, like you said, Octavia. Here's where authorities found him and are now holding him. We know that Causey's being held in Texas at Williamson County Jail, which is in Georgetown, about 45 minutes north of Austin. Authorities found him in a motel close to here. He was asleep when Texas Rangers busted into his hotel room. Authorities say he did not put up a fight. He will be extradited back here to South Carolina, but we're not sure when or where exactly they will put him. It was clear that he had lots of help. He was armed and had a lot of money on him when they found him.
We believe a cell phone was used to facilitate and give this inmate the resources to escape. We also potentially believe that a drone was used to help him get the contraband in to escape. We still have to investigate that fact. We 100% know a cell phone was used or multiple cell phones were used while he was incarcerated. And we believe a drone was used to fly in the tools that allowed him to escape. I know there's been some questions about how he escaped. So he used wire cutters to cut through fences.
When they found him, he had multiple guns on them. One of them a semi-automatic weapon, a cell phone, and $47,000 in cash. Now, you just heard that correctional facilities authority speaking there, and he urged lawmakers to change the law. Right now, obviously, they cannot have cell phones in there, but there is still cell phone signal around these jails, and he says these people are locked up physically, but they are still able to run their criminal activities from inside of jail because they get contraband like you just heard about here in the jails. He urged lawmakers to change that moving forward and was thankful no one was hurt, but says if the law isn't changed, someone could be. Live in Ridgeville, Ashley Osborne, News 2.
Thank you, Laura. 3 minutes after the hour, let's check in with the Low Country's chief meteorologist, Rob Fowler. He's standing by with another scorcher of a day, Rob. We're talking about feels like temperatures in the triple digits.
Absolutely, Octavia. In fact, we just saw the numbers change. Our 11 o'clock numbers coming in. We went from 88 at 10 o'clock to 91 at 11 o'clock. 91 also in Goose Creek, Mount Pleasant at 90 on the hour. Upper 80s heading up to Georgetown and into Pawleys Island. And Octavia, as you mentioned, triple digits already. 101 is the feels like temperature in Mount Pleasant, 104 Folly Beach, 99 in North Charleston. We'll be in the low 100s as well coming up for later on this afternoon, with temperatures reaching the mid-90s in the shade by later on this afternoon. We'll talk more about that. Look ahead to the weekend, Octavia, coming up in just a few minutes. All
right. Thank you, Rob. We're learning more about the arrest of the head of a Low Country school. Thomas Mullins is the head of school of First Baptist School in downtown Charleston. We are told he was charged with prostitution and open container. The 67-year-old bonded out of jail but is expected in court later this month. The cause of a fire that killed a 2-year-old girl in North Charleston is still under investigation this morning. Doctors pronounced Tanila Nelson dead at MUSC Wednesday night after the fire in her home on Bon Air Boulevard Wednesday morning. 1 adult and 3 other children remain in the hospital. Right now, we are waiting on more information concerning a car accident. According to Charleston County Dispatch, North Charleston Police responded to an accident on Patriot Boulevard and Ashley Phosphate Road. Dispatch says there are injuries. We will continue to follow this story and bring you more information as it becomes available. New this morning, the reward has increased for missing Hugie man Willie Toomer. The reward now stands at $4,500. Toomer was last seen in May Authorities say he has special needs and takes small steps while dragging his feet. If you know where Toomer is, you are urged to call authorities immediately. Thousands of people are supporting a new petition to rename a downtown street in honor of one of the Emmanuel AME church shooting victims. The street near the church would be renamed Susie Jackson Lane. Jackson lived on that street for more than 50 years and was a golden presence to the community. And in Somerville, some people living there want a new interchange on Interstate 26 named for one of South Carolina's first African-American state troopers. The town council is promoting having the Nexton interchange at exit 197 named for Tillman Millhouse Jr., a Somerville native who joined the Highway Patrol in 1968. State representatives say it is too soon to name the interchange that will be finished next summer. A video featuring North Charleston Mayor Keith Summey is making rounds on the internet and in the community, causing a stir. The video was posted by the city's Facebook page, North Charleston Government, and is Summey's response to groups blaming the government for recent violent crime. In the video, the mayor asked parents to work together with the community in raising children and to keep their kids active so they stay out of trouble. Some say the video is heavy-handed.
No one's asking the city or the state or the government to raise their children. Having things for them to do that are safe and that are, affordable for parents that are working that may not have a lot of income is a reasonable request.
Many people in North Charleston are saying they would like to see the mayor at more of the open forums that are put on by neighborhood groups. A husband and wife are in jail charged with trafficking marijuana. Sumter County authorities say Robert Hendricks and his wife Mary Ann were arrested Wednesday after police found more than 63 pounds of marijuana estimated at $180,000. Their son Michael Hendricks turned himself in Thursday. Investigators say they learned the family returned to South Carolina from Washington with the drugs. Two South Carolina teenagers are accused of breaking into a water park after hours and posting their antics on Snapchat. Police say Farron Lane and Logan Larrymore jumped the fence at Myrtle Waves Water Park in Myrtle Beach. The two rode on water rides and ate Italian ice. Someone saw the post and called police. Both now face one count of third-degree burglary. Pardon me. A trial date is now set for Gloria Williams. Williams appeared in a Florida courtroom Thursday. Police arrested Williams in Walterboro earlier this year and charged her with kidnapping Kamaya Mobley from a Jacksonville hospital nearly 20 years ago and raising the girl as her own. Her trial will start on November 13th. Coming up on 8 minutes after the hour right now, one group is working to preserve history in downtown Charleston as new construction pops up across the peninsula. The historic Charleston Foundation started a petition urging the city to create archaeological ordinances. The ordinance would require developers to conduct archaeological surveys before beginning construction. So far this year, there have been several discoveries of historical items in downtown Charleston, including a bullet found near the Aiken Red House.
We do a fabulous job of protecting our above-ground historic resources in this city, as well as anyone in the nation. But when it comes to protecting our below-ground historic resources, which are just as important and just as valuable, we have no protections in this city. Our history is literally being hauled away, and once it's gone, you can't ever get it back.
City Planner Director Jacob Lindsay says his office is currently working on a study to see which ordinance the city should create, if any. He tells us they are working to research other historical cities' ordinances. Well, you have until July 21st to give your opinion about seismic testing and offshore drilling along the Atlantic coast. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration originally set the deadline for July 6th, but extended it because of so many requests for more time. Those in favor of offshore drilling believe that it will help our economy, but some in the Lowcountry fear it will hurt some that rely on the ocean for business.
And our seafood industry is already, is suffering. If we do one more thing that takes a hit to that industry, we might lose that precious resource.
You can submit your opinion electronically or by mail. Go to counton2.com for the details on where to send it. Across South Carolina, an iconic sign on a building in the upstate is coming down. Crews using a crane are bringing down the historic Clemson House sign from the building just off Highway 93 on campus. Clemson trustees approved the plan nearly a year ago to demolish the building, which opened in 1950. As a hotel, the board says Clemson House was too old and costly to be renovated.
Many people have memories about staying here, about living here as when it was a residence hall or when it was a hotel. It's part of the history here, and it's up on a hill above the campus, so you can see it for miles and miles around. Everybody knows that sign.
The sign is going to be put into storage for now. The university has not announced what will happen to the Clemson House sign. Some people are not happy about a plan to transform the South Carolina State House grounds. Columbia Mayor Steve Benjamin wants to put everything from beach chairs to a putting green on the State House lawn. He's already received a $195,000 grant to make it all happen. The mayor says the goal is to get more families there. At least 1,000 people have signed a petition voicing their opposition. They say the State House is a historic government building, not a playground. An event happening for the entire family. Lowcountry Harley-Davidson is hosting the Red, White, and Blues Barbecue Bash. The event will benefit veterans throughout Fisher House, Charleston. There will be award-winning barbecue, a pie-eating contest, and games and prizes. That's happening from noon until 4. It's free for everyone to attend. And you can also check out the parking lot party that's happening at the Smoky Oak Tap Room in Charleston tomorrow from 1 p.m. until 7. This event benefits the Down Syndrome Association of the Lowcountry. There will be water slides, live music, and even a water balloon fight. Admission is free.
Coming up on News 2 Midday.
The world is watching President Trump's first face-to-face meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin at the G20 summit in Germany today. And it was one of the deadliest days in Dallas. 5 police officers gunned down in the line of duty. Now friends and family members are coming together to remember each one.